Hey there, my name's Danielle. I am the Zodiac Tiller, and it's an early Saturday morning on June 25th. I'm here in my backyard garden in South Carolina, and I literally just woke up. I woke up, laid in bed for a few minutes, thought of the garden, wanted to water before I start all of my other to-do list stuff today. And as I'm out here watering, I'm thinking about all the fun things and cool things happening in my garden, and I want to share them with you. So come on and let's see what's going on. Zinnias that I received from Hollow Acres Homestead are growing, and I feel like this little guy is going to be a flower. You may remember these potatoes have had flowers, and now I've noticed yesterday they were drooping. So I'm hoping that means they're almost done and we should harvest some potatoes out of them. These on this side, they are starting to turn maybe brown, but it's been so hot. I don't know what's heat related and what's like end of life cycle related. Maybe we'll be harvesting potatoes soon. What was supposed to be my watermelon bed has 5 plants growing in it, but has really been stunted by this stray cat squirrel problem we have. I'm hoping they'll shoot off here soon. This bed these tall guys are okra. That's a marigold. That's a Swiss chard. More marigolds. And I am so excited about the okra. This English thyme was giant and huge, and then in the heat seemed to super die. I believe there's still life to it. So I cut off, like I gave it a giant haircut and cut off all of the top. And that's what I actually started to notice a little bit of green surviving. So I'm still watering it and hoping it comes back to life. Hot banana pepper. We already harvested one this year off this plant, but it was too soon. The kids said it wasn't very good. It was like eating a bell pepper. And I remember last year they got really big. So we're gonna let this one go for a little bit. Next to the hot banana peppers is a random watermelon seed that my honey stuck in here. Apparently he went around to the boxes and put watermelon seeds in all the corners. This guy has some flowers. In the same bed, I've got a good marigold going. This is a tiny marigold that was stunted after this box got ransacked, but it survived. And then these are cantaloupes. I believe, well, I thought there was one that had a flower on it. No, I don't see it. This is a hablano pepper plant. So I was out here walking and watering with Winston, and he saw something and took off, and his leash went like perfectly over the pepper plant and snapped it in half. I was so upset. I tried to figure out if I could save it. Well, then trying to save it, it completely broke off. There was nothing. So I like stuck it in the ground and left it here. And then to my amazement, this pepper plant like grew out of the roots. You can see down here, like this is where the old one broke, and then the new one just grew out of it. How amazing is that? Like, I find it amazing. I almost forgot to show you the amazingness of this bed. There's little carrots. I sprinkled this whole spot with carrots, and this is all that's left. Not because they grew, because they did grow. And then a cat used it as a litter box. So they all died. Except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 little guys. All right, let's water real fast. Aren't they awesome? These are the green beans on the trellis that my daughter and I made and painted. There's not been any flowers yet, but there's spots that look like they want to be flowers. Ew, and there's bird poop. That's wet. Awesome. But I'm really excited. I have big hopes and dreams that the whole thing's gonna be filled by the end of the summer. Now, let me show you the weirdness of our backyard. Random deep holes in the ground. Do you see that? It's like a thumb thickness, and they're kind of everywhere. Any idea what they are? I've convinced myself June bugs are coming out of them. See, like here's one. There's more. Crazy. But the green beans look awesome, and that's all that matters. Look at this super awesome eggplant plant. And we've got a flower. I love eggplant. I think their plants are so pretty. I think their flowers are so beautiful. This eggplant we purchased at our local feed and seed store, and it was teeny tiny. We planted it and it did not grow at all. So we picked up its watering schedule and started watering it a lot more, and it has just completely taken off. And the flower tells me it's happy with me. The fig tree is really producing this year. We got this from a local nursery, and I honestly have no idea what kind of fig tree it is, so we're gonna go back to the nursery and kind of scope out if they still have the fig trees like these and if we can figure out what they are. But they're all over, and I'm so excited. I'm looking up jam recipes. So if you have a good jam recipe that I can use for figs, let me know. In-ground garden beds. I'm loving them. I had a whole long conversation this past week about garden beds and the dream garden and our dream property and how we're gonna do it. And I love in-ground garden beds just because this is how God intended it. Plant a seed in the ground, put it in the ground that He laid and created for us to use, and that's what I'm doing, at least in 4 rows this year. So in this garden bed, we have our red onions, which are all the green shoots you see coming up. They really fell over, which I've learned that weeding can loosen the soil and cause them to fall over, and we're really having a hard time with them. The red onions don't bulb like our yellow onions did. They got thick, like really thick. But now it kind of looks as if they are bulbing. Like, see how that one's getting round? That one's like really thick. I don't know what to do. We're leaving them go. They don't seem like they're dying back like our yellow onions did. We did trim the tops of them, but we're just letting them do their thing. Now these are amaranth, and we had a plant that we got from the nursery that was on sale. It was called Dragon's Breath. It was beautiful, and I believe that all of these little red plants are seeds from when that Dragon's Breath died back and went to seed. So we're letting these red ones go because if they turn into the Dragon's Breath, they're huge and beautiful. Now these big guys are our tomato plants that I have staked with little tripod sticks. They worked out really well. I attached them as they've been getting bigger just with twine. But y'all, look at these tomatoes. I'm so excited. One thing I did not do as much this year that I did last year is pruning. I understand how important pruning can be, but I'm really just about letting the tomatoes, all the plants in my gardens, just do what's natural to them. I don't want to mess anything up because I've already really messed something up with the strawberries, and I will share that with you in another video. We've gotten 1 red tomato off of this plant so far. It was awesome. Now the row behind here is my attempt at companion planting. I have lots of tomato plants in here, and then I have lots of bean plants in here. So the bean plants are nitrogen, and the tomato plants love nitrogen. And my childhood memories are my grandparents always having sunflowers. So I don't know why they did sunflowers, but I planted sunflowers and they're open and I love them. They're just beautiful. No bees today though. They were covered in bees yesterday. Moths have eaten our leaves, as best that I can tell. I don't ever see bugs on here. I read moths will eat the leaves, but it won't damage the sunflower. It'll stay alive, so that's that. In this super companion bed, we also have some peppers. There's habaneros back there. I've got jalapeno somewhere, but I can't find it. Oh, there's jalapeno. And we've got one jalapeno, of course. Boop. What I wanted to show you. Look at all these little flowers that are going to become green beans. Yay! I've already harvested some, but my green beans were really flat. I think I'm harvesting them too early. I think I need to let them go and see if they turn into like a ball of happiness. Like, see, here's one here. It's starting to like bubble. And I definitely pulled those other ones while they were still flat. So, lessons learned, lessons learned. They still eat really good, even if they're flat and don't have much bean to them. Finally, on this backyard garden tour is our morning glories. I only planted about 6 of them, and then I left the seeds outside and it downpoured rain, ruining the seed packet. So I just threw them all in here. We're just gonna have a huge abundance. And the plan is they'll grow tall, they'll swivel around my little contraption here that's an archway and lean over so that my garden will have an entrance from the side of the house. Well, that's it. That's the backyard garden. And there's some other things going on in other places, but I'll share those at different times. It's beautiful. I love coming out here and seeing how things have grown, and I feel like I come out here every day and at least one thing is a little different and a little happier and giving me some love. Whatever you've got going on, you can do it too. Just take some time, give it some 1% effort if that's all you've got, and do it. Thanks for watching my silly early morning garden watering tour. I didn't really have a plan for it, but I thought, look at all the cool stuff going on. I want to share the people that watch my videos. If you enjoyed videos like this, please give me a like. Make sure you subscribe. I really would appreciate it. I'm trying to build my channel organically. I'm not really trying to push people to have to join me. I talk about it at work, or I talk about it on other Facebook groups that I'm on, but I don't beg anyone to watch and follow. I want people to want to watch my videos just for the experience of them, for the inspiration of them. It's my goal, is just to inspire people that are out there that are like me. I got no money. I'm way in debt. I've got a terrible credit score. I'm trying to fix my finances before I'm putting any money into anything extra like my garden. So I'm doing this on an extreme budget. I'm making a chicken coop on an extreme budget. And I'm actually planning on getting chickens by bartering for them. So we'll see how that goes. I've got so many plans in the works and so much going on, and I'm sharing with you along the way. I hope you enjoy it. I hope that you are finding some bit of encouragement. Well, I am pretty sure I'm having a hot flash. I'm so hot and sweaty out here. I'm gonna wrap up what I'm doing so I can go back inside and cool off before, like I said, my like 50 gajillion items on my to-do list. Thanks so much for watching. Have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed day.